Hey guys, what is up? Tio or Tony here. I hope you guys are doing well. And I hope you guys are ingesting foods and drinking liquid like a normal human being. Unless you're not a human being and you're just a dog or like an alien sitting there watching my videos. In that case, hello. But today I have a pretty crazy story time for you guys. This is actually going to be one of my shorter story times on this channel, but still, you know what, a pretty crazy story. If you guys do enjoy it, please leave a like and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So pretty much the story is about how I almost lost my eyeball. Yep, you know, pretty scary, pretty weird. And it all starts off when I was 5 years old. And I was with my mom and we were in our older house that we used to live in. Not the same one I'm in right now, but you know, a couple older houses before this one. And you know, it's the same area that I live in now. It's not like the house was like in a completely different state or a completely different area. You know, it's pretty similar to the area that I live in now. And it was me, my dad, and my mom. I was just 5 years old, roaming around, playing with my toys like any other 5-year-old. I was playing on my tablet, I believe, playing like Subway Surfers or Minecraft or something, and my mom was in the kitchen, I believe, you know, making food, and my dad was in the garage. My dad was a spearfisherman. He did like spearfishing as a captain, and he had like this very big boat that he would always catch fish on, that he would do spearfishing on, and all that type of stuff. And well, he was in the garage and he was messing with the boat motor covers. He had like 4 motors on this boat. It was a very big, you know, fast boat, and he was messing with the boat motor covers, and he was trying to take the stickers off because they were older stickers that says like the horsepower of the motors, I believe, or like, you know, whatever type of motors they are. And he was peeling off the stickers, and he was using a box cutting knife to peel them off, you know, to like go underneath the sticker and like get like a little part that you can peel off, right? Well, little young Tony was just chilling in the living room, playing on his iPad, playing with his toys, you know, pretty freshly cooked out the womb. And I decided to go check and see where my dad was. So I get up and I go to the garage. I walk into the garage and see that he's working on the boat motors and the stickers on the boat motors. So I ask him to help. And mind this, my dad, like I said, was using a box cutting knife, and I was only 5 years old. So keep in mind, do not give a young 5-year-old child or any young child anything remotely sharp to a box cutting knife or any sorts of type of knives. But anyways, I asked him to help, and my dad hands me the box cutting knife, and I tried to pick off the stickers, you know, off the boat motor with this box cutting knife. Next thing you know, I miss the sticker and I like clip it upwards, and the box cutting knife is coming straight for my eyeball. Luckily, it did not stab me straight in the eyeball, but it hit me right in between my nose and my eyeball, like right in the little crevice of where my eye boogers would be. I don't know, that was a really weird way to explain where it stabbed me, but yeah, right in between my eyeball and my nose, right inside that little tiny crevice. And you know, my dad freaked out and I started freaking out, and then my mom heard me crying and there was blood everywhere. My mom walked into the garage and it looked like that there was a crime scene. Like there was blood all over my shirt, and my shirt that I was wearing was white at the time, and that shirt turned red really quickly. And yeah, my eye, well, not my eye, but you know, wherever I stabbed myself with this box cutting knife is just bleeding out like crazy. And my mom, she was like freaking out, and she, you know, was making sure that I was okay. Asked my dad what the hell happened, and my dad was, you know, just kind of like shocked as well and scared, so he was like, you know, stumbling his words a little bit, but he explained to her what happened. And my mom was checking up on me to make sure that I was okay, and she got paper towels to clean off all the blood off my face and took off my shirt because it turned red at that point. She like threw it away or washed it or something. And yeah, after that I was in new clothes, I was all cleaned up, and I believe my mom and my dad got into an argument about it, or like, you know, that my dad was like very apologetic and my mom was very upset at him for letting him do that, which yes, my dad was wrong for giving a 5-year-old a box cutting knife, which like I said, do not give any 5-year-old a box cutting knife or any type of sharp object that involves like a pointy tip or a very sharp edge like a knife. But I guess he just did it because, you know, he wanted me to, I guess, learn young, or he wanted me to help him because, you know, I was his son and he wanted me to help him since I asked. But yeah guys, that's pretty much the story on how I almost lost my eyeball at a very young age. To this day, whenever I look at box cutting knives or like going to use a box cutting knife, I still think about this story. And I do have a red spot inside of my eye now, like right next to where I did stab myself. And people ask me all the time, what is that? And I have to explain the story to them. Like people always think I'm high because my eyes look red, or like they think something happened to it. So I explain to them the story that I almost stabbed my eyeball out with a box cutting knife at 5 years old. And people are like, holy shit. So that's why I decided to tell the story time today. But yeah, I hope you guys did learn something from this story time, to not give a child a box cutting knife or any type of sharp objects to a child or to a very young kid. And I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next story time.